There's some concern that reform, and I've heard people that are very pro-reform talking about this privately, that they're starting to top out in polling a little bit, that they're about as popular as they can possibly get. Is there discussion of, is this as popular as they're going to get because of infrastructure? There's, of course, Nigel Farage is a very controversial figure. There's people that say even if he found a way to Downing Street, he would have a pretty hard ceiling on how much support he's going to get just because of his career and so forth. Is there a discussion that the Reform Party as it currently exists may be at the kind of the peak it's going to be, that if it's going to take that next step to a serious party, and they're starting to get some serious people flip over to them, and if they got power, they'd get even more because that's just politics. Is there a discussion that it's going to have to be the next generation and the next crop of reform, not necessarily the one that brought it to the fore, for it to be more than what it is now?
Yes, and I think that's not necessarily too crazy of an idea to believe in, or an idea to take forward. Even, the Conservative and Labour Party, when they're topping out polling numbers, when they're at the top of the polls, they normally sit anywhere from between 30 and 40%, and that's exactly where Reform are sitting now. It's very rare, I think, with the exception of maybe Tony Blair or maybe Margaret Thatcher, that these parties will ever reach more than 40% of the popular votes, or the projected seats. So the fact that Reform is sitting at about 30% to 35% makes me think that that's the highest that they're going to achieve. Now, we are seeing with the creation of, for example, Jeremy Corbyn's new party, they don't yet have a name for it, but Jeremy Corbyn and Zara Sultana have established a new party, which is supposed to rival the Labour vote. That, again, paves the way for a Reform victory in 2029. If Labour's vote splits and these hard left voters are going to turn to Jeremy Corbyn's party and vote for them instead of Labour, it's going to open a door for Reform to just walk straight in. And so when you're combining that with these polling numbers, with the popularity that we're seeing across the country, with the success in local elections, it's looking as though Reform are gaining momentum. And it's actually a case of, when is this momentum going to stop?
Yeah, I was really hoping we were done with the Jeremy Corbyn coverage, but alas, we